Today we're at, where are we?
The McCormick Tribune Campus Centre, a student centre, like a student union.
At IIT Chicago.
And roll intro. Boom! Make your eyes roll. See what I did there? Yeah, oh no, see stars.
I'm rolling my eyes right now. Not that you can see. Don't roll.
We are at the Illinois Tech, and it is interesting because it is right on the green line, coming all the way from the city, Chicago, running south. And it divides the campus, but essentially the campus mostly sits on the western side. OMA were given this project, and it is the only building that directly sits under the line.
Yeah, it literally tucks underneath, as you can see. They built this tube above our head that covers the train line, and they tucked it underneath.
Yeah, and you can actually see that it's a steel structure with a big concrete shell, and it's separate to the green line, the original iron green line. We assume, tell us in the comments if we're right, that it is all about stopping the sound from just leaking out into the campus. And it does actually work. When your train comes along, it muffles it. So
I don't know how useful it is, considering most of it is just there anyway.
just there. And then you've got this next building that actually faces directly onto the line. But it's probably a very Chicagoian thing where when you catch the train down here, there are apartment buildings right on the train line. So maybe people are just used to having this rumbly train right next to them.
How often does the train go by? So often you won't even notice it.
Before I came here, I thought that was actually a station.
Right. Yeah.
It looks like a station.
Absolutely.
Looks like it should be a station.
Yeah, well, I clicked on it on Google Maps to work out which train to catch. It's the green line, you catch the green one. And yeah, it was the same thing. It's like, why can't I get off at that station? Anybody that has tried to build near serious infrastructure like this knows how difficult it can be. The level of bureaucracy that you've got to deal with is incredible, but also the costs involved. So as we've walked through this building, it seemed like it was done on a very low budget. And it makes me wonder how much got absorbed into that gesture and all of that complexity and got taken out of the rest of the building.
And I think the inventiveness of a lot of material choices and use is probably where this is interesting. And I wonder if it's because this is a technological institute, the IIT, Illinois Institute of Technology. I wonder if that's a celebration of this, the sciences of materials.
You have what were groundbreaking buildings.
Yeah.
Mies van der Rohe.
Who did the whole campus pretty much, and Crown Hall, the IIT Architecture School, is right there.
And in many ways, the latest technology, super light iron and steel and huge areas of glass. And maybe OMA came to them and said, have you seen the different polymers and the different materials that are available and the way they can be treated? Because not only have we got some interesting materials that have crafted the building, but they've also introduced that into some of the furniture as well that we've seen.
Yeah.
And those incredible bathroom pods.
Let's go have a look.
Let's do it. It's the same flooring as Casa Musica?
Yes, in Porto, which we just came back from.
It's a stainless steel, but this one's been polished a lot. It looks great.
And much like the Casa de Musica, there's an order to this. And that is in the line of the train line, which is the overarching order of the whole building. Despite all these different angles, there's a sunken computer pit.
Which I think is there because of this weird gesture. It actually means that you get head height under there. So they've just gone, all right, well, this thing's in the way, so just go down. And it's just computers.
Yeah. In fact, it's all folded floor levels, isn't it? There's another plane that dips down there. It becomes
but then
indoor, outdoor seating, it seems. And little amphitheaters and what have you.
And you can just see that
plastic
bit of
ramp steps here. Ramp upstairs.
But also this could be used, I guess, as a informal you know, performance space.
Yeah.
It's a student centre, so they could have bands here or anything like that.
It's very much a Ramcore House thing, all these program and hybrid use.
Yeah, and just, yeah, that mixing up of program and then wherever you get these weird clashes, meh, don't fight it, just go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird because it's ramped and stepped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they go again, that sort of change of levels.
Yeah, constant level changes.
And it's again something you can sit on. And it's rather quiet at the moment because it is summer holidays. Oh, what?
So it's a standard table. They've just
Oh,
used one of their material experiments with. So I've actually been to the OMA offices in Rotterdam, and their workshop is just full of these strange material explorations.
oh my God, look at the ceiling.
I feel like something's been forgotten.
So it didn't paint it.
Yeah, even some of it's not even stopped, plastered.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing that's very noticeable. This is a very cheap building. So they've tried to do a lot with what is obviously a very thin budget.
But celebrating it too in some ways.
Well, being honest,
Yeah.
brutally honest about it.
But is it actually cheaper? It's still perfectly finished.
Yeah, it does actually look better than plasterboard we see at home before it gets painted. Do you think that's had a thin, clear coat on it?
Yeah, because it's just too consistent. Look at the sheen on it.
Yeah.
In all these years, any moisture and things, right? I don't think it's just paper. I think they had sprayed it probably or something.
Begs the question, why not just paint it?
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, well, maybe that's
Strange.
the pattern OMA decided to go for.
But you know, all that's plaster would not do it that neatly.
No, they must have known it was going to be on show. Cute little
This is the
garden.
air conditioning pipe just goes.
Straight through. Oh, what's going on here?
Oh my God. Another weird material thing.
It's like a plastic. I don't know.
Oh.
It's a weird finish. Oh, it's been scratched a lot, actually. Students have come along and just scratched the hell out of it. Just to make that noise.
All right. We are now on the other end of that computer pit. We're back over here.
You can see all of the structure. It seems random inside here, but it's actually one clear line. Oh! Do you hear that? That's the train. So on the green line, you can see the concrete columns heading straight through, and then it actually reveals itself in the unfinished plasterboard at the other end.
Well, and also again, the order of the plasterwork tells you that's the line of the train. And because the way it dips down, you can actually see a bit of it there. It's almost a constant reminder that's what we're right underneath the train line. It's like the belly of the beast.
Yeah, yeah. And then the flooring changes. This is like where the activity zones are. You've got table tennis and pool and all that. So I guess they've got it so that it's definitely grippier and probably more hard wearing where you have shenanigans.
Yeah. Shenanigans.
Is that a clock?
Oh, it is too.
That's a clock. So that's just polycarbonate with some
LED
fluoro
lights.
tubes behind it. Wow.
Oh, what's on that wall?
That's just, what, graphics? Lots of headless people. Karate kick and a computer. Yo-yo. Smooching.
I don't know what that is.
Having a lollipop. Sightseeing. The devil. Hippie. Hurt yourself. These are good. I like it. In true OMA fashion. Random bright coloured wall.
It's orange, it's Dutch.
Oh, is that it? Showing he's always got to show his Dutch.
Dutchness, yeah.
Dutchness. It's actually quite hard to look at.
This is, yeah, and that's where the toilets are.
Ah.
Bathed in orange.
Oh, so it's pea coloured. Is that it? I wonder where the toilets are. Ah, where the orange is. Oh, look at that. Is that glass?
It looks like it's got wire in it.
Yeah.
It glows.
Always
Anyone in
check
the
out the
toilet?
toilets, people.
Anyone in the toilet?
No.
Here we are recording in a toilet.
This is, of all the toilets we've seen on this trip, because always check out the toilets, this is probably the best one, or the most interesting. Must wash your hands, Kevin.
I'm not an employee. Apparently only employees need to wash hands.
Yeah.
Everyone else can off. Is that orange to Western Sun?
Yes. So this just gets blasted in the arvo.
Oh, it's different glass again. It's got little, it's like end of straws. It's quite thick actually. God, it's beautiful.
This is enough to give me a headache though, like all these weird little patterns and the color of the light. Wait, this feels like we're in a blue space, but is it just because we're in an orange
We've
space?
just been conditioned with orange.
Very cool. I don't know where we are now. Oh, so we look back at the Mies van der Rohe stuff over there, and then you can see the train line above. Which I think they've designed so that it's like this steel skin to stop the sound from bleeding down into the campus, to actually baffle the sound,
Oh yeah.
because it's open to the sky. Oh, more of these pictograms.
That's Mies.
Is that Mies?
Don't know who the other guy is.
Is that Mies?
That one is.
It looks like Hitchcock to me.
A younger Mies, that is. Don't know who these guys are. So if you know, please leave a comment.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Oh.
Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Who's this other guy? No names. Oh, here we go.
Alfred
Robert
Hitchcock.
W. Galvin. It's a ramp.
Yeah, in these glass walls. Again, just random OMA stuff, but they're actually quite lovely moments. Like typically, like this is a bit of a weird building, but it's also a student centre, so there's something that I think is,
Playful.
yeah, that's like it's good to do some chaotic stuff.
Yeah. Oh look, there's a rock garden.
Oh, what did I step in? Do you reckon? Little gas burner.
It'd be funny if that instead of a little weird lock thing, like all that actually lights up.
Look at the glass.
What the hell's going on there? Like lumps of
Just
glass.
yeah,
Are they
well-
skylights or something, you think? Or are they just art?
Wouldn't that be brilliant if there were skylights or something below? I doubt it. The blue works really nicely with the orange too.
Yeah. Oh, is that wood?
I think it's carpet.
Yeah, no, but it looks like wood.
It's not real wood. Have you noticed, Kev, there's several different types of columns happening?
They're all black too, except for the concrete ones, which are the actual support for the train.
So it seems like they're deliberately trying to break up the uniform nature that you see in the rest of the Green Line, all that beautiful cast iron and rivets. It's like they're trying to make it so that it's less legible and it's just the tube.
I think it's much like a lot of their work around, like the Casa de Musica, for example.
Yeah.
They make sure you understand the order, well, at least there is an order. You can you can read it if you know how to read it, and then everything else is just dancing around them, including the structure, which is black. That is additional, whereas the concrete is the overall order and the pattern on the floor, the ceiling, and the tube. There's always some order for which the wackiness are playing off against.
The lockers are cool too, more of their, no doubt,
Oh,
material.
plastic again.
Yeah.
I guess this is also IIT is a technology university, so science and technology and material sciences, that's probably something that they would play off against.
So this is the same material that the bathroom walls are made of. It's not glass. And they've managed to actually
Curved it.
probably heat it up and curve it. That's a really nice table.
Those chairs are aluminium.
Oh yeah, so just like the floor.
Yeah. That is an existing building that this building it's working with.
One corner of it's basically as chaotic as this building is. It's a rectangle with a train line going over it, and that's one corner of it. It was the existing structure.
This garden, it's a rectangular and it's also in the same order as the overall order, because you can see from the floor tiles.
It's pretty great. Each of the courtyards has a very different and clear character. Different ground coverings, different stones, different vegetation. It's quite good having those different themes depending on your mood where you can go hang out.
One thing we noticed and we didn't point out is this map engraved into the ground as you walk in. So we walked in roughly here. There's a sunken red computer thing. The ramp steps going down here and a dining space. The tube is going directly over like this. And that's an existing building, which is a canteen, it looks like.
Just deliberately overcomplicating things. You just got this clarity of the train line through, and so they've gone to every length to try and make it as chaotic as possible.
Are they just diagonal corners and linking diagonal corners from, typical thing about campus design when, people always take the shortcut?
Yeah, like the goat track.
Yeah. He just opened his mouth.
Like in Blade 2, the vampires that eat vampires. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
It's funny that his mouth opens though.
Yeah, he would hate that so much. Kev, you know what keeps going through my head as we walk through and around this building?
What?
Is the scene from The Holy Grail where they talk about Camelot and they say, let's not go there. 'Tis a silly place.
It's only a model.
That's how it feels. It feels like a card model, and it is a silly place.
Let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place.
Right.
Silly in a good way.
Yeah, it's entertaining, that's for sure. And a great student centre.
Yeah. Why so serious?
I do like how it just sort of abruptly ends and then back to normal programming, which is the green line. Hey, that in there is the courtyard with the glass blobs. It's actually at the end of the building.
Ah.
Oh, that's trippy, the circle that...
Yeah, the straws.
That hurts my brain. Right there, a whole bunch of Mies van der Rohe.
Mm-hmm.
Disciplined, restrained, controlled. Do you think part of the reason to use OMA is because there's just a whole heap of like, do what I want. Why'd you do that? I don't know. Why'd you do that? Because we can.
OMA is very much about program and stuff. The form making kind of, they make it seem like it's a secondary thing. It's like, oh, it has to look like this because of the program. But it's not.
No. Like, just so much of it, I'm just like, you didn't have to do that. There's no reason to do that.
But it's cool to do that.
Yeah, but we did. What you gonna do? That's what we do. And so I actually, in a way it irks me, but at the same time I love that there's that contrast. The two different world approaches.
Yes.
Have you guys been here? What do you think?
Did you study at IIT?
Oh, we'd love to know that.
And what do you think of this building? If you are an alumni or currently studying here, it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts.
Thank you so much for watching. We love you guys.